Hi guys, so today I would like to direct a video about constant glucose monitor and the reason for that is because I just started wearing one. You can see on my arm, on the top, there is a small sensor and no, I'm not diabetic, so I technically don't need it. It's for research purposes because I wanted to make data-driven decisions when it comes to eating certain meals or individual foods in isolation and especially carbs. I have a lot of various illnesses in my family, so the more data I gather, the more aware I am of certain things, I think the better it might be for me. This proved to be interesting. I really think it's super useful and convenient for people who suffer from diabetics because it constantly monitors your glucose level. You don't have to do the finger pricks. No, it doesn't really hurt when you put it in. There is a small needle, it looks scary, but no, it's a superb experience. I would recommend that to anyone. And yeah, the data and the app, everything is quite nice and it's quite interesting experiment. So yeah, I read the book Glucose Revolution. I got interested in testing on myself. I opted for Freestyle Libre 2. There is a third edition, newer one. The difference between this one and the newest one is the way the data is being transmitted to the device. So in that case, a phone. I have the app here, and what I have to do with my device is basically, in order to check the current reading, I need to tap it, hold it for a few seconds, and the reading appears on the screen. And voila, simple as that. The newest edition basically sends the data automatically. However, I've noticed that if I keep my phone close to me, the readings basically will appear for most of the time. You just won't necessarily know how much exactly it is. But you can figure out from the scale here that it is around 6 for me. My baseline is 5.7. You can tap on menu. You can see various graphs, daily patterns, time in range, low glucose events. That's particularly helpful for people who suffer from diabetes. Average reading, which for me is 5.7, as I said. Daily graph, like how it pans out overnight, in the morning when your cortisol levels are higher. Estimated A1C, for me it increased. It has increased. So in week 1 I had 5.1, in week 2 5.2. I think I had a few episodes when I ate something which surprised me with glucose spikes. Overall, I scanned myself in the last 2 weeks 351 times, well, until now, which results in roughly 50 scans per day. I discovered some truths, yeah, like some foods are really not good for me. They spike me above the level of 10 on this scale we have here. Some foods which I thought they will spike me more don't spike me as much. Yeah, I've noticed what Jessie wrote in her book. So basically, if you eat fiber, it helps. If you eat salad at the beginning of a meal or start your meal from salad, the spikes will be lower. Not really as much. Just around 40 minutes ago, I had my clementine and I've noticed some small spike as well. It really depends what you do. If you walk before, after, if you had vinegar, if you had salad. Yeah, all the tips from the book are quite helpful and they work on me. Some foods were more surprising than the others. Overall, I found this to be a really interesting experiment and I would recommend anyone who is interested in health and keeping the control of glucose spike to test it, because we know that some people might react different to the same foods. Some might find that some of the foods are not as great for them or really change their habits with more fiber, more vinegar, yeah, exercise, what have you. So yeah, I highly recommend that to you. Test and learn, really.